morning. I'm Christian Woodward.
And I'm Juan Pablo Antonio Dominguez Herrera.
Welcome to our morning History Newscast. Our topic today will be a look back on the past 5 years.
We have 3 interesting stories that we feel the viewers at home will want to hear.
We'll start off this morning with our first story about the opening of the USSR. After close to 70 years of oppression, the Soviet Union has begun to open up to the West as well as internal dissent.
Mikhail Gorbachev has lifted media censorship, allowing public criticism of the government. He is also restructuring the Soviet Central Planning System and has withdrawn troops from Afghanistan. He has also been working to ease tensions along the Soviet-Chinese border. In other news, the Soviet Union has begun to collapse with revolutions springing up in Poland, Hungary, and in Czechoslovakia. As well, protesters in East Germany have begun to destroy the Berlin Wall with no opposition from the East German government.
With word of Gorbachev preparing to sign a treaty granting partial freedoms to all Soviet republics, hardline communist leaders seized Gorbachev in the coup. The leader of the Russian Republic, Boris Yeltsin, then helped lead a revolt to rescue Gorbachev. With news of most of the Soviet republics experienced many different conflicts in the past 3 years. We start with the Tiananmen Square massacre of 1991. In China, pro-democracy protesters were gunned down by communist soldiers during a protest. Hundreds were killed and the world was left shocked and horror.
We then go to February of 1991 when U.S. forces began Operation Desert Storm. The conflict resulted from Iraq attacking the small nation of Kuwait. The UN set sanctions on Iraq and set a deadline for the withdrawal. When the deadline passed, the U.S. led a coalition attack on Iraq. The estimated casualties were 148 Americans and 20,000 Iraqi soldiers.
We go to Ashley Ramos with an exclusive interview with President George H.W. Bush.
Thank you, Christian. I'm here with President George H.W. Bush. Mr. President, what are your plans for your current term in office?
I plan on creating a new world order free from Cold War policies.
Yay. What is your stance on Chinese students calling on their communist leaders to embrace reforms?
Democratic reform would take much longer in China than the rest of the communist world. The protest showed a desire for freedom that was heard by China's leaders.
How do you feel about Saddam Hussein invading Kuwait?
I assembled a strong multinational military coalition to ensure the safety of Kuwait.
Thank you for joining us, Mr. President. Now back to Juan Pablo Antonio Dominguez Herrera III.
From all of us at CCAJ History News, we thank you for tuning in to our look back in the past 5 years.
Good night, America, and stay classy.
Who shut this door?
A brain, a beauty, a jock, a rebel, and a recluse. The Breakfast Club.